Hi everyone, it's Anita and Daria with Pasha's Cooking. And today we had a little bit of extra time, so we wanted to get prepared for Christmas. Because the more you can do in advance, the better off things will be. Now I am doing two videos here, so hence why I am not in the video, but I will be talking and asking questions, while Dario will debone the turkey. So we're going to make actual turkey breast with stuffing.
Yes.
And also the leg. So this is something that you can do in advance. Now the actual recipes for the stuffing we're going to have in our newsletter this Wednesday. Every Wednesday our newsletter goes out showing our blog for the week and also recipes and travel tips and everything at What's Stirring. So you would go to passionatescooking.com and then you'd sign up for the What's Stirring to be able to get the stuffing recipes, because it's different stuffing recipes, right? One for the breast because it needs more fat and
more moisture. Yeah. So we're really going to play with two different techniques, but also it's going to give us an opportunity to be ahead of the game. So let's see what we're going to do. So we have a fairly big turkey. We're going to make sure the turkey is nice and dry. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove some of the fat over here.
And when you dry the turkey, you use a lot of the paper towels.
I use paper towel. I use towel. Anything, then it's just sucks all the moisture out.
And you have a tray here to put all the extras in.
That's right. So here we go. So I'm going to take the wing out. So you can see it. The wings right here, they have a little bit of this is phenomenal to make turkey wings, or we can use it for our sauce, our turkey soup, or whatever you want to do. The same idea over here. We're going to go this way. We just quickly, you see the knuckles right there. You can see them, and they come right out. Now we're going to talk.
You took all the stuff outside of the turkey as well, right? Ahead of time. I just want people to know that. So the bag and all the...
Oh, yeah. All the stuff has to dry.
Just some people, they don't necessarily realize, so I'm kind of...
We have to remove all the bags, everything out. This one we left it for 3 days air chilled. Air chilled meaning in the fridge, wrapped in towel, so all the moisture is out. So then we're going to start taking the two legs out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an incision like that, and an incision on the opposite side. Okay, so see what we're doing here? We're just basically opening the turkey, and then we just put a little bit of pressure, and you see the bone here coming out. So when you're coming out the bone over here, you can have your butcher doing this one if you want it. I think is always, you know, if you have the opportunity to do it, you know, to do it yourself.
Can you show quickly just the bone there? Because on this video...
Here we go.
So okay, the white bone right there.
Completely out. So that's one. So we're going to do the second one. Same idea. Open right up. Pressure again right on the bone right here. And you see it. You can see the bone. It's coming right out. This is an easy way of doing it because you can do it ahead of the game. And you have no worries about who's going to want the meat, the dark meat, and who's going to want the light meat, because we're going to make sure that everybody has it.
And I find it's also you don't have all the leftover carcass to try and figure out at the end as well, right? Because you're dealing with it ahead of time.
The biggest issue also is when you...
Okay, what did you do right there?
When you're making the gravy. So we took the bone, the backbone out.
Okay.
Okay, we took it out. We can break it down in little pieces. And all these beautiful bones over here, and the bones we're going to have over here. So here we got the neck, we got the wings, we got the backbone. We're going to have the bone from inside, from the breast, and from the bone here. What we're going to do, we're going to use them to make a stock. Then eventually it's going to be your gravy. It's always important to make your own stock to create the better gravy. Okay? So here we go.
It's very healthy to do that too, and I think the week after we're going to have in our next newsletter, we're going to have the gravy recipes.
Absolutely. So here we go. I'm going to just remove the bone over here.
Can you tilt it over this way a little bit so people can see?
Here we go. It's kind of hard to do it, but here we go. So we're going right on the side, and we really...
Tilt it up so it can be up. Very difficult.
She's been very difficult.
I just can't see what you're doing behind that one breast.
Unfortunately, here where we're going to go. Just like that. gonna go on the opposite side right here, and here we go. We have almost the bone completely out. This is almost like the same way you would take down a chicken, okay? And here we go. So you have
this is similar to a Cornish hen as well, just a larger version.
almost like a Cornish hen, exactly. So here you have your supreme, your breast of the turkey, okay? So now I have one here. We can remove the other one too, but we can do it after. What I want to show you first is how you can start with the breast and with the leg. You know, time consumption here. We're gonna have to be fairly quick. So what I do here, can you keep this bone on? Yes, of course you can. But what I can do is this also. Look, I can take this wing bone out. This is the part that obviously was attached to this. Okay, we're gonna remove it. And right here, we're gonna remove the bone. But the best part of this one, let's not give it up. What I like to do sometimes is remove some of this meat. Then it's got a lot of flavor. You can chop it. You can mix it with the sausage meat. You can grind it. And this is phenomenal for your stuffing of your turkey. So we don't want to get rid of all this stuff. Look how much meat is there.
You want to be able to utilize all of it. And I wonder if you were to cook the turkey in advance, if you wouldn't necessarily be able to get all this meat, right?
Well, if you cook the turkey in advance, like you mean the old bird?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could, but it takes a long time. You waste more. So look at this. Here we got more bones to make our broth. The best way for this size is you are going to make your stock, your liquid, and it's going to be so much better. Then you can keep it. You're going to have more volume to make a turkey soup or to make a turkey stock. Okay? So here we go. So now we're going to try to stuff the first part. Okay? So what I like to do is this one. I like to take the tenderloin out. This is the tenderloin of the turkey. Okay? Then what I like to do is open it almost like a butterfly or like a wallet. Okay?
So it's good to have a nice knife too, right?
Exactly. So a nice knife. See what I'm doing here? And I'm just opening like a wallet. Okay? So what can I do with this one? So what I can do, I'm going to clean the tenderloin. The tenderloin is over here. This is the meat we're going to use for the stuffing. And look at that. So we want to make, obviously here, a sausage stuffing because this meat is a little more lean. There is not very much fat. So what you want to do is put your stuffing. We are going to maybe see the tenderloin, how big the tenderloin is.
Are you just cutting off the extra fat
just
pieces?
to take off the extra fat. So what I like to do is butterfly also the tenderloin, like that.
You're putting cuts into it. Is that to be able to make sure that...
I want to make sure that it's flat enough, because what I'm going to do with a mallet, when I'm going to stuff it, I'm going to pound it with a mallet so it's nice and flat. And what this one is going to be. So basically, we are going to put the stuffing over here. A good amount of stuffing that sit on the center. This one is going to be the cover, like that. And then we are going to roll it, and then we're going to roll it again, like a beautiful little roast, just like that.
Nice.
You see what it is?
So do you think that maybe later on we'll do a video to show exactly how to tie it up?
I think it's important.
Once everyone gets this stuffing recipe, because this is a great idea. Because think about it, you know, putting it in the freezer in advance, you can take it out, have it all ready.
Absolutely.
It's easy to work with, and
but I want just to show you already how much meat you actually have to play around with. You know, this is just one breast. You're gonna have a second breast over here. For the leg, now obviously they are the people they're always fighting
the dark meat.
for the dark meat. And how much waste is in a dark meat when you roast it all? Okay, so here what I do. So the bone here from the leg goes from here, is almost like a V shape. And I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. I'm gonna make an incision.
And they always say that the dark meat is actually more tender because...
It is tender if you cook it properly, right? So you want to make sure that you cook it at high temperature at the beginning and then you slow it down. Okay, so here we go.
That's for the breast as well, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So here we go.
And we have our video for Easter that we did on the turkey.
That's right. So we're gonna remove the first part of the thigh bone. See, like that. This is all the work you will actually fight the day of Christmas when you don't want to, because you want to spend time with your kids. Then I got the second part.
And even the full turkey, right? Because then you're going to have to carve it, figure out
Well,
the carcass. But this is all done. And
this is all done. This is exactly it. This is all done. You can enjoy your time. And you know, what is the biggest problem sometimes when you overcook the breast and the legs are not cooked? Here we can control it. You know, when the breast is ready, we can take it out and tempt and leave the legs in for a little bit longer. Okay? So here we go. We go underneath of the cartilage. We remove. And you see the bone easy comes out? So we're going to go right in the edge. We're going to make sure we take, and you see what happened is like a beautiful little butterfly. So right here, this part over here is the most important part for your broth, because all the marrow of your turkey
and the bone
sits
marrow
right
is
on.
so healthy for you
And
as
that's
well.
very good, and also there is a lot of gelatin right in it. It can mix your gravy on your sauce beautiful and luscious. So what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to remove some of the fat. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I want to make sure, so this is my leg. I got to remove all the little tendons. There are a lot of little tendons here that we have to remove. They're part of the turkey leg, so we have to remove them all. That's a little bit of a tedious job, but you know what? It's quite easy.
Think about it. We started, 12 minutes ago, and how quickly it can be done.
And again, like I said, you can do it yourself. If you're not comfortable enough, you can have your friendly butcher to do it, and actually makes it a little easier for you if you don't want to be stressed.
And then you can use the stuffing that we're coming up with to...
Absolutely, yeah. So here we go.
You can stuff it yourself.
So now, you see your leg here? So you see that this one is a little thicker and this one is fairly even. So what we want to do again, make a quick incision over here. And what's the purpose of the incision? So this one is the part of the turkey that works the most, the legs. So this one sometimes can be a little bit tougher to cook. So we want to make sure is tenderize it, making little cuts just on the meat right there. Like that. And now you see what happened? It's fairly even. What I like to do sometimes is just with a mallet, just pound it a little bit to just kind of spread it out and tenderize it. You know the mallet, and it's got the little studs. Season it properly, marinate it, okay? And then what we're gonna do, same idea. We got the legs over here. We're gonna close it in little spots like this, and we can close it in a beautiful little roast, just like that.
I can just imagine those in the oven.
So here we go. So you have now
half of the bird done.
You have half of the bird done, okay? Look how much meat you actually have here, quite a bit. And you still have meat for the stuffing, meat to make your broth, and another bird to do it. So the other half of the bird. So I think the best way for this one is to let it marinate right now. Make sure it's completely dry, because as soon as you work the bones and you remove it, you see there is a little bit of moisture there. You want to make sure before you stuff it, all the moisture is out. Once it's done, then we stuff it.
Perfecto.
Perfecto.
So for more recipes and the recipes for the stuffing that go with the breast and the leg, head on over to Pasha's Cooking. This Wednesday it will be in the newsletter. And looking forward to seeing you and joining our journey.
Happy cooking. Keep stirring.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys. See you later.